Howdy, hot shots. Beaming to you from Not a Financial Advisor land with not financial advice. It's Kevin with Earth 2 Mastery, your one-stop shop to lose all your money. And we're here today to talk about that fiasco yesterday with the Uniswap listing. So grab your cowboy hat because that's a wild ride. Okay, guys? Gag was even, she almost had a heart attack. Gag was like, oh, up and down, it's crazy. But Gag is hodling. Gag is diamond hands. That's great, Aunt Gertrude, for those of you who are new to the channel. And let's get into it, okay? So we got Ecomi website here. The countdown is gone. We're on Uniswap. Okay, now I did have a video out on how to convert your OMI to wrapped OMI as soon as I saw the article. I think part of the problem was the article came out a little bit late. So what we saw yesterday was Uniswap listing went live. I saw reports as high as 5 to 6 cents, close to 6 cents for Ecomi on Uniswap. Whew. That would have been quite the increase. I probably would have had to stop accumulating Ecomi at that point because that's a huge market cap, but it didn't last long. And I'll tell you what happened, why it happened, and why it didn't last long. What happened was that there was not enough liquidity in Uniswap to meet all the pent-up demand for the Uniswap listing. They didn't put out the article, in my opinion, in a timely enough manner for people to learn how to wrap their Ecomi right away, so they weren't able to get their Ecomi in there for sale until after the listing went live. So initially, when there was not enough for sale and there were too many buyers, the price shot up dramatically. You did not see this on the other exchanges where there's plenty of liquidity for Ecomi. What happens is people notice that there's a price disparity. They notice that it's 5 to 6 cents over there on Uniswap. And so then they move their Ecomi from Bit4X or BitMax or Gate.io or wherever they have it, and they move it, or from their private wallet, they move it to Uniswap, wrap it, put it up for sale, sell it, and drive the price down so that it reaches something of an equilibrium. So that's how come you saw the price go crazy on Uniswap. People who bought it at 5 to 6 cents are probably not very happy. I don't even know that they intended to buy it for that price. They all could have been putting in their orders for that amount of time. They set huge slippage. And then they got filled at orders that were higher than what they anticipated spending. Maybe they were having FOMO. They saw the price going up, and so then they just were hitting the button and didn't realize that they were paying so much. Maybe they didn't realize that it wasn't worth that much right now. In the near future, I think that it will be, with more drops and a more polished app and a more polished drop procedure and more consistent drops and also more licenses. But right now, there's no way that it's worth. I mean, what would a 6 cent market cap put it at? It would put it at about almost $10 billion, almost $10 billion market cap. So maybe even a little higher, maybe close to 12 billion. So that's not reasonable right now. I don't believe that's reasonable. I think VeVe will get there. I think that with token burn, we can bring the float down to the point where 6 cents wouldn't be that high of a market cap. But right now, for it to be a 6 cent market cap, I feel like they need a little bit more proof of concept and proof of ability to deliver, a couple bigger licenses, like when they announced Marvel, if they came out with FIFA, what do you call it? I'm not a soccer guy either. You guys know I don't like sports. I don't follow sports. That doesn't mean I can't make money with sports. If it comes out here, I'll be buying those collectibles. I'll be like, oh, gag, give me some more money. I got to get me some FIFA guys. Yeah, I got to get me some Marshawn Lynch, right? I'd be doing that. So I'll be buying those if I can. I just found I have a packet of Troy Aikman, like anti-drug cards from 1994. Got a sealed pack of them. And I go on eBay. They're like 99 cents. Like, how can you have something sealed from 27 years ago and it's worth 99 cents? Might as well throw it away. It's not even worth packaging up and sending to somebody on eBay. Anyway, so the other factor that happened yesterday, and this is something that I said might happen, was that after the Uniswap listing, Ecomi took kind of a dump. So let's go over here and look at what's going on Uniswap. Oh, I did want to mention right here on the Ecomi website, I pulled it up here so you could see where there was a countdown. Now the OMI to wrapped OMI chain swap website link is there. How to wrap your OMI tokens article on Medium is there. That's the one that I went over in the video. And then the OMI on Uniswap listing is there. So I click that and we come over here and we can see what kind of liquidity wrapped OMI has on Uniswap. You could see that there's about $3.5 million worth of liquidity. And the price is 0.0101. So I told you yesterday when I was talking about wrapping the Ecomi that I think that the price on Uniswap is going to be slightly lower than the price on the other exchanges because of the gas fees, right? Like I don't want to pay $100. I don't know how much the gas fees are right now. I've heard fees as high as like $120 just for a swap, especially when things are busy. So you pay $120 in fees. You're going to have to take that out of the total price of the Ecomi that you're buying because you don't want to buy something on this site for more money than you could buy it on the other site. So you're going to have to reduce the cost of the asset by the amount that the fees are going to be in and out. So let's say you bought 100,000 Ecomi on Bitforex. That's going to cost you about 1,000 Ecomi, or if you use my link down below, it costs you like 700 Ecomi because you get a 30% discount on your trading fees that way. So you pay 700 Ecomi, which is about $7, right? Or you go buy it on Uniswap and you pay $100 swap fee. That's costing you 14 times as much. 14 times as much to buy it on Uniswap. And then when you sell, it's the same thing. So the fees really add up. I mean, for that $100, you could get an extra 1,000 Ecomi, which in the future, if Ecomi's $1, right, which is a long ways off, but I'm a hodler. I'm a hodler with them diamond hands. Gag taught me right. Then, it's going to be $1. I mean, that 1,000 Ecomi could be $100 or $1,000. So I'm going to continue buying on Bitforex. I'm not buying on Uniswap. Uniswap's a joke. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. It's not financial advice because I can't give that financial advice. Okay, but I'm not going to be buying on Uniswap. I wouldn't recommend that anybody else do either. Not that I can make recommendations, but it did go up to close to 6 cents. That was because of a lack of liquidity and a strangulation. And now, as you can see, it's come back down to earth to a more realistic price. We have our here today, we're down 15% on Ecomi. Now, I told you this could happen. You heard it worst on Earth 2 Mastery. Okay, I told you this could happen because people were buying the rumor and selling the news, right? There's other reasons that this could have happened, in my opinion. Let's go over them. So they could have bought the rumor and sold the news, right? They're like, oh, it's going to go on Uniswap. It's going to boom. Okay, and so then we're going to buy it and sell it when it hits Uniswap. Well, they bought it and they sold it when it hit Uniswap and it drove the price down. Okay, and so that's a possibility. Another possibility is that the founders' tokens or business development tokens were sitting on the sidelines and they were waiting for that boost in popularity, boost in liquidity, boost in attention in order to offload some of those tokens. So then they were able to generate some cash that way. And they used the cover of the Uniswap listing to do so. Another possibility is that a bunch of people had bought them early on at a low price, wanted to get out of it, but didn't want to move it to an exchange. And then maybe they had it sitting in MetaMask, or they had it sitting in Trust Wallet, or they had it in their cold storage wallet. And so they were just waiting for an easier way to get out of it rather than send it to an exchange and then have to sell at that exchange and move it back to their wallet. Who knows? They probably thought the price was going to go up on Uniswap. Maybe it did for them. Maybe they were some of the first ones to sell. Maybe, I don't want to say that this is possible. I don't want to say this is likely, but it's possible that people knew how to wrap it before you and I knew how to wrap it. And so they already had it ready to sell and they were able to take advantage of that huge spike. Maybe a little insider action. Okay, maybe. I'm not saying that. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not saying that that's the way that it is. I'm just saying that if I knew how to wrap the OMI early on and knew that I could get 3, 4, 5 times because of a liquidity issue, probably would have done it and waited for the price to come back to earth and then rebought my Ecomi, and then I would have a lot more Ecomi than I have right now, and I want more Ecomi, so that would have worked out really good for me. Okay, so you have the fact that people always buy the rumor, sell the news, so that they're going to off it there. You got the early purchasers, okay, and they've already made a big return, and they needed some kind of cover of darkness to get out of that position. Okay, you got the people that the founders token and the business development tokens, they're going to wait for a good opportunity to offload some of those to get some operating capital. Okay. And then you've also got the people that had their stuff sitting in MetaMask or Trust Wallet, and it's easy for them to just go over there and connect to Uniswap and swap. And maybe they swapped it to other tokens. Maybe they got out of it high and they're buying it back low. Little day trader action, taking care of the, right? Maybe this opened it up to more market manipulation and day trading because it's on another exchange where a lot of that stuff goes on. So there's a bunch of possibilities. Does this affect my position? No, I wish that I'd have been able to get out of it when Uniswap had it high, and then I could get it back into it so I could get more Ecomi, because, I mean, why wouldn't I want to inflate my Ecomi? But it does not change my mind on the VeVe app, the future of Ecomi, and the fact that I'm hodling. So for more consistent updates, I'm coming out with a video in a little bit. Oh, you guys are not going to believe the license that they got. Okay, you're just going to have to watch the video. Make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on so that you can see this license that they got and the figures that they're coming out. Ooh, we got another leak. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so exciting. You guys cannot. Okay, so get the sub it.